Welcome back, YouTube. This is King's Court. Again, we're in Subnautica, and we're continuing the journey with this game. So, again, I am Shrine King, for those that do not know, and trying to provide a different type of journey than I have in the previous states. So, a lot of the previous ones, I was just, going with it and recording overall. I have an editing software that I'm using now, so I'm actually trying to help package together kind of like key points that are occurring through what I'm going through. So here, just to start, like the last time we were looking to try to get a vehicle bay going, which I actually got all the parts and components for, and I now have a vehicle bay. Right here you can see I just dropped it and thought maybe that's how you deploy it, and it turns out that's not really how you do it. Um, you actually have to put it into your hotbar to actually get it to work. And the other thing I wasn't too sure on here was, with that, can I keep it down like by my base, or is it something that I have to like, let it all the way up on the surface, basically? So here I'm figuring out, okay, I actually had to put it on the hot bar, and then as you can see, it's floating straight up to the surface. So it's like, all right, well, yeah, would have rather it had been closer to my base, but that's okay. You can see I'm having some technical difficulties getting in here. And the whole point of this was we were trying to get the vehicle base so I can even make the sea moth, and then because I had parts for that, or I'm sorry, the plans for that. And here you'll see I actually don't have any of the stuff with me. So to make this quicker, I went ahead. I had to go back a couple times. So you'll see here it's my second time, and I'm like, all right, I got it. I should have it. Turns out, no, I don't. I still have two components I need to go get. So then again, go back, go grab what I needed. Because everyone plans things perfectly, right? So here we are, third time's the charm, and now we can build the sea moth.
The sea moth is a fast, safe mode of transport, but remember that swimming is good for your glutes and endorphin levels.
I love the commentary that they have from the computer for a lot of this stuff. But you'll see here the sea moth just drops in there, and just like any other person, when you build a new vehicle, you want to go take it for a test drive. So I wanted to see how well it worked in comparison to like the Sea Glide that you get, which is more like a personal tool. And by the way, so I'm trying to leave the volume pretty decent in my recordings so that you can actually hear the sound specifically that I'm going to be referencing while discussing what was going on. So like you can actually hear the reef back in the background with that low like grumbling sound. Which honestly freaked me out for a long time in the game. But with the sea moth, I just wanted, and actually there's the reef back that I was talking about right there. That's what it looks like. So I was just exploring around a little bit. I know we still needed some different tools, and I had to get some different resources. And ultimately, I wanted to try to get to the Argosy, which is the ship that like crashed and is now got a nuclear radiation leak that I got to seal. And here's where I found out, oh, okay, well, some terrain you can't just pass through. And what's funny is it actually does damage. So you'll see there, my in the like right corner, it actually shows that like a wrench saying that I have 91. So I did take some damage for that. But I thought I wanted to kind of show this area because the area kind of looked cool. And at least at night, right? So it kind of lights up due to these certain plants. And it made it look pretty interesting. So and at the time I was trying to find a different, I think it was like copper. So I need these the limestone croppings, which you saw there. Which besides or something to point out, like that limestone, it's actually like I guess rugged on its edges. Whereas like if you're looking for sandstone, those are actually more round and they're typically browner.
Land re-recorded. Distress call.
This is Officer Keenan, Light Pod 19. The captain is gone. I have assumed command. The last thing the captain did was give me coordinates for dry land. We regroup 1.5 kilometers southwest of the crash site. Stay together and good luck. This message will now repeat.
Rendezvous coordinates corrupted. Transmission origin coordinates downloaded.
Yeah, with that
Signal
figure,
location uploaded to PDA.
the location I want to go is the one that's corrupted. So the other thing I'm doing here is I wanted to make sure to at least show like the different quests and stuff that are coming up and the voiceovers that they have. And of course, trying to make different equipment. So here you see I'm making a bunch of wiring kits because I found out apparently when I originally started playing, I actually made advanced wiring kits, but I never kept any actual wiring kits on hand. So I need to make some of those. The whole goal here is I'm trying to make a rebreather because I don't know, I'm not sure how or why, but I didn't have one. Which once you take care of the radiation, or at least you stay away from the radiation areas, it's pretty nice because it actually cycles back your carbon monoxide and helps put oxygen back into your
Ma'am, I
tank.
need you to stay calm. We're not in immediate danger.
Where are the rescue teams?
The Aurora didn't make it.
So, where are the rescue teams?
They're dead, ma'am. We have rendezvous coordinates, but the routes are radiated.
So, what are you going to do?
I'm head of human resources, ma'am. This is not my expertise. But the PDA says if we can find some lead, we can make radiation suits.
Out there! I am not setting foot outside this life pod without the proper protection.
I thought that was a great way to show the
Oh, no.
Argosy there and where they're talking about that radiation. So that ship that you saw like on fire, that's where I eventually have to go. So of course, like while I was exploring, I finally found something like here. This is like a lithium deposit, and of course, you know, all the survival games I played, I was like, man, I just want to start gathering from it. Of course, I should be able to use my knife, right? And no, you have to have a certain tool, which I don't have the tool at all. So I was like, well, okay, that was worth a shot, right? So the other thing I needed was a laser cutter.
You gather are the property of the All-Terra Corporation. You will be liable to reimburse the full market price. Your current bill stands at 3 million credits.
Which this I thought was great because I just found the diamond that I needed for the laser cutter, and it's still I owe that kind of money. I mean, everyone like keeps that kind of money on hand, obviously. But the area I was looking was like kind of like on the edge. It's kind of cool looking. So you'll see I was just looking around, trying to see if I could find different types of deposits, which I did. I did find one diamond, I think, overall, and eventually I have to head back there to try to see if I can find some more.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Of course, we have another mission that came up.
Priority automated message from Aurora Live Pod 13 coordinates attached. Live Pod is carrying high priority passenger.
Yoki Kasa. I said Kasa. Why do I have to record this anyway?
Send immediate burial detail.
Signal location uploaded to PDA.
I thought it was hilarious. It mentioned burial detail. And some of these locations are actually like in places I can't really get to. So that was part of the adventure. Is I went out to go see where they were, and it turned out like I couldn't actually get to quite a few of them right now because I need to be able to get to a deeper depth than 200, which is the max supported by the Seamoth right now until you get upgrades. And that's the other thing. I'm trying to figure out how can I do actual upgrades. So here I'm looking at the different tools and stuff like that that I was able to find plans for. But the key goal was to go ahead and make that laser cutter, which here I went ahead and grabbed some of the items. And I think I was just missing like one. Yeah, I think I was missing titanium when I went to go do this. So then here I'm going to go ahead and make that laser cutter. So I finally have a laser cutter for use. So it says it allows me to cut through metal. So I wanted to explore and see if I can find something that I can actually cut through. And of course, here's an actual location where there's a door. It's sealed. And it says that I can use a laser cutter. You'll see here like the graphic for it. It's just like the repair tool where you just kind of hold right click while aiming at it. But interesting enough, it actually shows like a circular animation when doing it. So I gave that kind of like some props to that, and then you actually see the part falling through. You can go in, which honestly I was so excited about this because like obviously they got to have good stuff in here that it required me to make this tool. And I got in here, and it really wasn't much, to be honest. This here I can open a door. I made sure I have my lights, so I can kind of see around. All right, well, yeah, there's this door, and there's pieces for like the stuff I already have. And then it seems like a lot of these cases just have disinfected water, which water is actually really pretty easy to make. So then I saw this thing, and it still to me looks like some kind of module thing, but like you can see, I just can't scan it, so I don't really know what's the deal with that. I was really hoping that was actually something, but then there wasn't much, and then I found out, oh, actually there was a way in that I didn't even have to laser cut the door, right? I could have came in from this side most likely. I was like, isn't that great? Oh, but the laser cutter works. It was definitely different. Something to look at. Then I remembered, hey, there was that other door. But yeah, essentially, so far in my journey, all the ones that I went to look into, they didn't really have anything new for me to grab. Which I thought was kind of sad. I was really hoping for some better stuff hiding out in most of these. But it did help me find, and then so you saw there were anything that I'd already identified or know how to make, if I find more parts to it. So like here I get a lightweight high capacity tank, which that was cool. That actually made me pretty happy, but then I ran into another conundrum based on it. So I don't know how to make the modifications. So I did spend some time trying to look through and see, was there anything in particular that I had in the game that referenced how to do it, and I'm thinking I just have to go around and eventually find some kind of like modification, fabrication machine plans, then maybe I can finally do that. But yeah, anything that you have a plan for, or you've already identified enough parts or components to understand how to make it, everything else then comes as titanium whenever you scan it. So like even here you'll see that was just titanium, so I've already found that before. But that was essentially it for that. So here's where I'm kind of going through, and this is where I was talking about. I was trying to figure out, because I see I have these modifications, and I have the ultra glide fins, I have this ultra high capacity tank, and I'm like, well, those all sound really awesome. And I see the components, and I'm like, well, I already have all these, but for whatever reason, I can't do anything. I can't make it. So then I was looking through to see if like there's any kind of machine, if there's a structure or any kind of reference somewhere, and I just could not find anything. So I went looking around some more, and then I thought I wanted to point this part out. So I did find a door that actually didn't require a laser cutter. It actually required a repair tool. And I don't typically end up needing my repair tool when roaming around and exploring, but this was kind of cool, so I figured I'd show that. And again, they got like the cool animation where it's kind of piecing together. And once it's all done, you can actually open the door and it'll actually let you open it. But then, like I said, same thing with these. Like, I just didn't really find anything too big or important in there. I think in this one I actually find, because like there are stuff that you'll find that's more, I guess, decoration. So like here you'll see there's a command chair. And that's all, as far as I understand, those are just things that I can actually put into like my base, right, just to have as decorations, which is kind of cool. But currently I don't have enough room to really do that, which I'm trying to find like certain components for that. But here's a prime example of someone who doesn't really know how to drive the Seamoth. I was just like, oh yeah, man, I could totally leap over that and make it there. So here we're like, this is actually where I'm trying to explore the Argosy. So I kind of made it here a long time ago. But I was a little concerned that I didn't really have much. So like here I was like, all right, well I got the Seamoth. Let's go ahead and take a deeper dive at seeing what's around here. Which then I was just looking around and I see something here where it's kind of like a hatch or something. So that's cool. But you can also hear these sounds in the background. It sounds kind of weird. I'm like, all right, well, let's see what this is. Let's see if I can scan it. And I'm like, oh cool, it's actually something new. And it turns out it's for a Cyclops, which is like a big sub, which is really awesome. So I'm very excited for that. Now you can hear, I see that monster. I'm like, oh man, hell no, hell no. Like, let's back up. And I'm like, oh look, there's another one. of course, the little explorer, I gotta grab it, and I'm like, all right, well, the good news is, right, the monster stopped. It's not coming for me. All right, cool. I must be clear, right? So I'm like, well, should I go a little farther? And I'm like, well, actually, I do see something, so I don't know what that is. I don't see anything farther in there, but yeah, oh, look, it's another side. Wait, what? Oh, shit. Oh, God. He definitely sees me now. And if you look at there, my health is really hurt. He's still pissed off. And I'm not gonna lie. I'm scared. I don't know how to drive anymore. Just whatever. Get it going. Get me out of here. This is insane. Like, what is that thing doing there? And yeah, I mean, like, dude, he hurt the crap out of me. So let's see. Okay, well, hey, medkits work, right? Two of them really gets me there. Yeah, that was probably the scariest part of my adventure, by far, so far. But with that, I was like, well, there's technically another side. There's a front, so I was actually at the back. So now I'm here, kind of like heading towards the front of the Argosy, see what I can see. But as you can see, it's really dark. It actually became nighttime by the time I got here, so it made it really hard to see anyway. But then I noticed, okay, well, hey, yeah, there's.
Life-form readings in this region are sparse. The Aurora's radioactive fallout will have devastating effects on the alien ecosystem if not contained within the next 24 hours.
Well, I don't know how to tell the timing, game exposure, but 24 hours sounds pretty rough. Now here I wasn't quite sure. I was like kind of looking around. There's a lot of, going farther down, but then I realized, hey, I can actually go up as well. So I actually got out here, and this is kind of an interesting time. So here I'm like, oh, hey, there's actually like creatures up here, and they're very mean creatures, and they don't really like me. But I gotta go scan in here, and I'm like, well, as any other explorer, I gotta use whatever tools necessary to decimate my enemies. And I'm not gonna lie, I actually spend probably about 15 minutes of this because they are relentless. And you'll see here, there's actually a hole there in the left, which I took a peek at it later after I cleared everything, and identified like I probably need a propulsion gravity thingamajigger to pull stuff out of there.
Exploration is conducted at your own risk.
So here they mention of the fire extinguisher and stuff like that, which actually I have one. So I went ahead and tried it out. This is kind of my result, and I was like, well, yeah, it kind of puts some fire out, but it's not really a lot. So that didn't really help me too much with the Argosy exploration here.
Caution. Scans show the digestive tracts of nearby life forms contain human tissues.
Now that I thought was funny. I don't know if it's the small ones or if it's the big guy out in the water that just got done munching on it. But while I was exploring, I did find this kind of cool area because I was like, yeah, I want to see if I can get a little deeper and try to explore deeper. So I went into this area. It was kind of cool looking. But you'll see I'm reaching my limit here real quick. So it's like 197. Yeah, so can't go much farther than that. So I was just looking around. It's pretty cool looking. And I was actually debating. I'm like, I could probably get out. But then you'll see that kind of like snake thing. And that thing's pretty big because I'm in the sea moth. It looks like it's like the length of the sea moth. So I'm like, yeah, I better not get out and try to deal with that snake. So I went back to looking for components, and while I was doing that, I ran into this. So this guy's just like hanging out on my sea moth. And these guys, they're like all over wherever the creep vines are. So I actually came back because I was like, there's stuff I need, which is this. So I need the sandstone. So you'll see it was rounded. And the nice part about sandstone is you can get different types of well, you can get different types of stuff than the limestone. So like limestone's like titanium and copper, whereas the sandstone will give you like gold, silver, lithium. So what's funny is these these weird shark things, right? They're pretty aggressive. What I didn't know is that they're also extremely territorial. So this guy, I mean, he's crazy. And now he brought a buddy. So you see here, I got two of them now coming after me. And I'm like, well, you know, I'm not here to cause any trouble. I'm just going to keep roaming around looking for my sandstone outcrops so I can try to get more silver, I think is what I'm looking for here. And I just, you know, I keep going. Figured, okay, things should be in the clear, no big deal. Keep looking around. And you'll notice it's kind of hard to spot things, but I'm actually, then I hear, okay, someone's still trying to chomp at me, so apparently one of them's still following. And I'm running out of air, you know, so I'm like, well, I gotta go up for air. Let's come up. Alright, I got my air. And then right away I see these shadows. Like, you can see, okay, there's two of them. They're definitely still there. And I'm getting salt while I'm at it, because, like, apparently salt is universally needed everywhere. And then I see this. Oh, look. Hey, it's Stalker Tooth. I thought I had to get it out of that damn thing that bit me. Well, here we go. Now I got three of them. So that's how crazy these things are. But that was pretty much it. So thanks everyone, and I hope you guys like this. Let me know what you think, and I will see you next time.